it's really amazing to see his trajectory, from the first compositions that he presented to this, piece. I hopefully you feel that as do you feel that as well?
Actually, after writing this one, I try to see if it's a prelude or it become more like a theme and variation almost. Because
Okay.
I think this one, yeah, this one I think because I just try to tell a story, and I think I'm getting better telling my story that I want to show through my music. But then I don't know whether it's like become too much that I veer too far from the form that I try to write for. Because as you know, in my next year of university, I need to write five prelude, but I don't think this one. I don't know if this one will we count as a prelude or just a theme with like.
Sounds like a prelude to me.
Oh, I
Prelude, by
see.
the
Yeah,
way, the word prelude doesn't really have a formal construct to it. I mean, prelude just means
yeah,
something before something else. It's not like theme and
yes.
variations, which has a strong structural connotation, or sonata form, or rondo. Prelude is a prelude. There's no like defined way to create a prelude, as far as I could tell. So, this to me sounds like it could be definitely a prelude. But I would challenge you next time, because I think you're starting to get comfortable with how to develop an idea. I would challenge you next time to come up with something a little bit longer. I think you're ready for that, because I think the last few pieces you presented are about a minute long or so. Like all of them have been less than 2 minutes. Yeah, as a challenge to you, I would like to see something a little longer. I think you've figured out how to do these 1 minute pieces. I think now you're ready to push it a little bit. Like, what can you do with this idea that's 1, 2, 3 minutes longer?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me start off with this, and then we'll get to the feedback from everybody else. So and I would like to hear from the pianist from the group as well at some point. My general opinion about this, the way that this is all written really well, by the way. This thing here in the piano, it should be flipped around, I think. I believe that you should have this bottom staff on the top staff and this staff on the bottom staff, because this is higher. And you can let them decide which hand to play. I think the reason you did this is because you want this kind of like thing. Is that what? Is that
Yes, I want a cross hand effect because I don't, for me, at least, I don't think I can play the whole song with the left hand like doing the pattern. I will be more comfortable doing the introduction pattern with the right hand throughout. So that's why I put it on top, on the
Yeah.
top step rather than the bottom one.
Yeah, and then I see what you did. And because by measure 13, you definitely need to have this in the top staff and this in the bottom staff. Okay. So
Yes,
you wanted it to be continuous.
yes, of
You,
course, yeah.
okay, fine. Then that's acceptable then. Okay. I changed my mind then. Okay,
But I have one more question that
go
in
ahead.
the from major 21, because I'm have not playing this one through, but I don't know whether the tremolo in the left hand with the rising and falling dynamic will be playable in the real acoustic piano.
I do want to share with you something about I think everything looks pretty good, actually. I would be curious to hear from the pianist what they think of this bottom part, this 30-second note thing. Possibly not idiomatic, but I would like to hear from some of you. But definitely for this tremolando thing, this tremolo that you have at measure 21, just so that everybody can see what the original version is. It looks like this. Okay. B sharp and C sharp, this tremolo, this thing like this, and it's in, what is it, like 3/8 or what? Yeah, 3/8. So my recommendation, this is not clear, because this could be like a piano that is repeating two notes at the same time. I don't know if that's what you wanted, or you wanted this. This is an alternate way. I mean, it will be more like a trill, where you're doing this instead. You're doing B sharp, C sharp here. You do it like this, dotted eighth notes, and then you put like these three lines in the middle, and then you can do your
Uh,
pianissimo. So that's like more like a trill than two notes at the same time, which is very, very like not idiomatic piano writing.
I want the first one because I already think about the second one, but then like the trio, similar to trio one, but then for me it's not represent it's not enough to terrorize me with the second one rather than the first one. The first one is like you try to use the hammer to nail something into someone's head, so it's more disturbing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but there's also a playability factor in trying to do this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
What do the pianists think who are the pianists? I know Sasha's the pianist. Is there anyone else Yeah.
It's sort of like that in terms of it going repeatedly, for me personally, the speed I can't get it. I can't generate it super quickly. Like unless it was something like more of like a single note where like I can like switch fingers and like have that sort of repeated factor on the same note. So
Yeah.
if you want that sort of that sonority with the second, the minor second there, I guess if it were sort of, I guess, less fast, maybe one less of the tremolo, but still have like the minor second, but then also have the rising and falling dynamic. Me personally, I'm maybe someone else can do it faster than me, but I can only get it so fast. I have to start using sort of like my forearm strength and like my elbow a little bit faster. I can't so much do my wrist and get the same speed, kind of. Or maybe
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Yeah, yes, I understand that. And it will strain the hand quite fast. It will make you tired really fast, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm also a pianist, but I'm haven't played it through yet. So because
Got it.
if I try to reduce the line to from 3 line to 2 line tremolo,
Yeah.
it will match with the speed of the right hand of the accompaniment. So that's not the effect that I want to have. Yeah. So
Oh,
that
got
also
it.
what I had think about. But yeah, the part that playing with 2 finger and then trying to use the arm, the forearm to generate the speed is actually quite good idea from you. But then it will strain. I think as we all know, it will strain us
Right,
very
right,
quickly.
exactly.
Yeah, and we cannot go throughout the whole a measure with the same intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful sonority though. I really love it. Obviously, with the going back and forth between the B sharp and C sharp would obviously be a little faster, but if you want those seconds, yeah, I guess it would be sort of a compromise type of thing.
Yeah, the other thing I'm thinking about is like alternating. So trying to get the same effect, but alternating pitches. So you have single notes and double notes. So it's like a single one, then a double, then a single C sharp. So I did B sharp, then I did your second, then I did C sharp, then I did your second again. Or another thing you can do is like jump the octave. So I didn't write this down yet, but like you can jump the octave to you can do like B sharp, right? And then jump the octave down to like just C sharp, go up to B sharp by itself, and then go down to C sharp again, and then go up to the double. So like you get like more variety of notes, and then you still get like that double stop, the 2 note second thing. So you're kind of like masking it.
I say yeah.
You're like making it more idiomatic, but you're still getting like that same affect of the double note thing. So going off about this is it's because these feedback sessions are meant not for just piece, but everybody else, is that when you are encountering a problem like this, where you really want a sound like that, which I understand from piece, I've been in that situation before, there are ways like to get around it. So this is the problem solving puzzle piece aspect
So
of
you
composition. That's my feeling piece, is that you'll have to like come up with some, like, I call it finagling, like
Yeah.
you can't, this thing is not going to work. Let's just put it that way. Let's just be very clear.
Yes.
That is not going to work. So you're going to have to do something else that's an alternate to that. It might not be like exactly what you want, but it's going to be, if it's 80% what you want, that's good enough. That's
Of course, yes.
yeah, Sasha. Yeah, go ahead.
So I agree
Yeah.
that thing, especially if you're crossing hands and trying to do that in the left hand. One idea that I had that you might want to try is slow it down, but play like way off beat, like avoid that pattern, and then maybe have like, instead of 6 notes in there, like play 5, right? So repeat them 5, da, 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 kind of like that. That could be one of the ways to solve that. And then the other thing I was thinking about, again, this will like even measures 13 through 20. That will be fairly advanced for the left hand.
Yeah.
Also think in terms of like your audience. If like one of your other preludes we're talking about, maybe it's for like teenage kids that are learning piano still. This will be quite sophisticated playing. Like if you want that nuance to be heard.
A great technique you can do is when there's diminuendo, like what you're doing, is that you can just omit the last couple of notes of the diminuendo, and that will be again 80% the same, because you're already diminuendoing
Yeah.
gesture. So you can just remove the C sharp and the C sharp B sharp chord, and you'll get the same effect, because there's other pitches happening in the right hand. So that's like an easy fix. Actually, I would just do that. That's an objective feedback. I would just do that. I would just get rid of either the last one or both of them. Or you can even alternate. You can get rid of, because this is a shorter phrase here, right? You can just get rid of that one, but maybe because this one's longer, you can get rid of both of them. It's like proportional.